Okay, so I have 34 minutes approximately remaining before I run out of storage on this SD card or whatever. So here's the deal. Not only did David Badigan do that high five or whatever, like, and not only did he stalk me all the time on my way back or my way to grocery outlet and back, and he stalked me on my way to Safeway and back all the time. And, he stalked me while I was on my rollerblades, to Cupertino and back. And then he stalked me on the way to my orthopedic surgeon's office, which, I notified the Uber or Lyft driver about. But the guy is just a crazy freaking driver. I mean, like, I don't even know how many times I'd be like on my way back from a Safeway or something, and like I'd spot him in his black truck, and he's kind of hard to miss, and he'd drive just like totally erratically, going swerving like really, really to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, like over the double yellow line stuff all the time. He did that all the time. Every time I've seen him on Kylie out here in Santa Clara, he's just doing that whole swerve thing no matter what time of day or night. And, like, he doesn't drive in lanes ever. And I guess he thinks that because he's a first responder or whatever, that like he can do whatever he wants. So then, in addition to that, like, I mean, I wasn't gonna even bring this up, but since they want to fight, I'm gonna bring it up. So there's been millions of taxpayer dollars wasted because David Badigan and his buddies from the fire department have come over here God knows how many times, with the fire trucks and all for his kids or whatever. Like, I don't even know if they're his kids because what's her name, Alexandra or whatever, she's like from New Jersey or whatever, and like, lived in the same place as Krupp DOJ, Ari or Alex Kriegsman or Ari Kriegsman or whatever. And then there's the Kriegsman that is the attorney for Johnson and Johnson, Alana Kriegsman in New Jersey. And just a lot of things don't add up. And, obviously, like, Alexandra is a black hat hacker. No two ways about that, as I proved with my earlier video. When I went to check the earlier video, the detail section, when you go to properties on video, the detail section was missing, and like all the information for the video was missing pretty much, and anything that was there was not in its regular place or whatever. So she's totally a black hat hacker. So I mean, either she's a black hat hacker or she's working, with Krupp DOJ, Ari or Alex Kriegsman, Ari Kriegsman, whatever you want to call him, who pretends to be a doctor. So who knows if those are even their kids or whatnot. But anyway, I'm going to tell the truth. And, there is evidence that David Badigan or whatever, like, stalked me to my orthopedic surgeon's office, and like Uber and Lyft drivers have video in their cars, video in their vehicles. Let's see, what else did I want to say about this situation? Yeah, California is just a totally messed up place. Don't move here. Whatever you do, don't come here. I mean, it's supposed to be progressive, but it's just not. Like, we have all these laws and stuff, like, that are supposed to be progressive. But I mean, essentially, rape is legal here. Rape is completely legal, and so is child molestation. Completely 100% legal. And there are no consequences for it. And if you report it, you get arrested. That's how it works. And like, if it is a police officer that rapes you in California, or a family member of a police officer or something like that, oh yeah, you're gonna be stalked, illegally arrested, hit, kicked, raped, you name it. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 years later. It's going to go on for the rest of your life. So yeah, don't come to California. And I mean, probably is like that in every state, but I mean, you would think that California might have just a little bit of an edge over other states, but that's just not true. I mean, it's pretty Republican here. Even when people pretend to be Democrat, it's very, 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 very Republican here. And like, I just wouldn't recommend coming to California, let alone the United States. Things are so backwards. Yeah, I'm totally falling asleep. I just have been up, and I'm just constantly having to deal with all this stuff. And I've been dealing with this since, I was like 14 years old, at least. And I'm just tired of dealing with it, and I'm tired of being the victim.